Hey, this is Tom from Mystery Game Fight Club, and welcome back to How to Rage, the Primal Rage tutorial. Now today is all about this guy. This is the Atari Cage audio board, and is not only the source for all of Primal Rage's music and sound effects, but also a lot of confusion when it comes to actually getting audio from it. Now my goal for today is to not only demystify this board, but to also get you up and running as painlessly as possible. Okay, so here is a desktop view of the Cage audio board detached from the main PCB because, the main PCB is ginormous. So when we're talking about making connections to this board, what we're talking about are these pins sitting on top of that white block next to this black heatsink here. Now, if you're using an arcade cabinet, chances are that you will just want to use the audio harness it comes with. But if you would like to use your own amplifier, or especially if you're using a supergun, you'll probably want to use something different. So before we actually get started on configuring it, I thought I would mention a few things that would help save you a few headaches along the way. The internet generally recommends that you solder bare speaker wire directly to the board, but if you're a soldering novice, or if that just makes you nervous, or you want something that is less permanent, there are options out there. I found these. These are 2-pin JST cables. Now, when it comes to wire size, the larger the better. And these are 20 AUG. If you can find something that is larger, go for it. And then on the other end, you would then attach your bare speaker wire using your favorite joining method. These is just barrel crimps that I have smashed onto the speaker wire. This isn't going anywhere. It's going to be fine. And then depending on your configuration, you would just then put these directly onto the pins. And you're off to the races. All right, with all of that out of the way, it is now time to get connected to the board. There are no fewer than 6 different configurations, though broadly what we're talking about is either one of 2 different scenarios. Either you are going directly to speakers as you would inside of an arcade cabinet, or you are going to something external like a supergun or your own amplifier. And especially if you're going the supergun route, I do recommend that you use an amp with it, otherwise the sound might be a bit too quiet. The amp doesn't have to be too expensive either. A cheap stereo amp will work just fine. So what follows now are those 6 different configurations with photos where they apply. Okay, so hopefully you are now less confused than you were at the start of this video, and you are up and running. If you still have questions, I'm not hard to find. Come and hit me up in the comments, or on Facebook, or in Discord, or wherever. I'm happy to help. But for now, I have been Tom from Mystery Game Fight Club, and I'll see you in the next one.